slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. So I don't know if I should share the good news first or the not so good news, but anyway, by the time you see this video, I would have resigned my post as deputy manager / clinical lead. So basically I was doing like 2-in-1 pretty much. So I was literally doubling up as deputy manager / clinical lead. So after 2 years, and I want to say a month, I've decided that it was time for me to, to do something else, honestly. All in all, to be honest, I want to say that I've really gained so much experience, so much knowledge throughout my, tenure as, deputy manager. To be honest, working just as a nurse previously, until you're in a certain position, you don't know actually some of the things that goes on behind the scenes, I would say. And being in this position, I was able to see, sometimes when you were working as a nurse and, sometimes like your deputy or your manager would be like saying like, oh, they need this done, that done, etc. Like sometimes you don't actually see why the fuss or why the rush or whatever. But then being in that position, I was able to see, why things needed to be done a certain way. I was understanding, why some things are needed and why, there was a lot of whys that were answered. And honestly, I would say that I've gained like a lot of valuable experience. Now, I didn't regret being in the position one bit. The only thing I would say is that being a deputy or being in management generally, the stress levels can get really high. And I find that sometimes if you're not able to like juggle between having a good work-life balance, you can literally lose yourself. And at the end of the day, you just have to know when to make that decision or when the time has come for you to make that decision. You can't rely on somebody else to make the decision for you. Because honestly, if I was to be listening to like everyone around me, they'll be like, oh no, you've got this, you can do it, or don't go, or but at the end of the day, that cannot get the work done. And honestly, as I said, it's just a personal decision, and you have to know when the time has come, and only you alone can decide what will happen from that. So one of the things that I would say is that I had to make the decision, as I said, which I have to think about myself and my personal goals or values. And if it is clashing, then it can't work if it's clashing, honestly. So honestly, I wanted to focus on something that would give me the 9 to 5 that I was looking for, excluding the bank holidays, excluding the weekends, and excluding the on-call. Being a deputy or being in management, one of the responsibilities is that occasionally you have to be on call. So I was on call probably, I want to say like maybe like every fortnight or every 2 weeks I'd be on call, or sometimes outside of that, like if somebody else is on annual leave and I would need to cover as being on call and stuff like that. And I find that especially around that on call itself, I was struggling a bit, to try to find a balance of, doing things that I need to do and still remain committed to the role. So I had no option than to seek an alternative. And basically, I have landed a role as a nurse assessor. And that role is going to pretty much give me some of the stability that I'm looking for in terms of the hours, with it being Monday to Friday between 9 to 5. There'll be no weekends, there'll be no bank holidays, and there'll be no on call. So I'm not saying that that job is going to be like a walk in the park, or I'm not saying that that job won't come with its, disadvantages or, challenges or whatever. But sometimes it's about making the decision as to what you're able to compromise with, or where you're able to compromise. And this was something that I wanted to venture into to see if it works. Now, mind you, at the end of the day, I've never done this before. I've never done this role before. I don't know what it will be like. Neither do I know anybody personally who has done this role before. So I don't have any first-hand experience or whatever, but I'm hoping to try. And sometimes if you don't try it, you won't know exactly what it is like, you know. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. So as I said, that's the good news, that I'm starting a new role, and pretty much I'm gonna be sharing, bits that I can with you. There's some things I will not be able to share, but of course I'll share whatever I'm able to share, about my new role and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I'm still open to answer questions about what it was like being a deputy and things like that, etc., etc. But because I'm not really like a nursing channel, so to speak, to say talk about all things nursing, yeah, I'm not really going to delve too much into that, but I'll be open to sharing, things about my new journey and stuff like that. But I thought I'll let you guys know. Yeah, so that's what is happening. Honestly, after 2 years, you would have formed, some good working relationships with different individuals and stuff like that. But sometimes, you know, you just have to just move on. And at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with, maintaining professional relationships eventually and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what is happening. So my last official day of work as deputy will be December 31, and then I'll be starting my new role couple days after that, which I'll share with you guys. But yeah, oh, and I didn't say that my new role is gonna be hybrid. So some days I'll be working from home, some days I'll be working in office. And I think, to be honest, kind of like the flexibility of that, where not that being at home, you're not gonna be doing work. Yes, you're gonna be doing work, but it's the fact that it's gonna save you so much hassle and commute, or so it's the fact that I can like be productive in other ways, like instead of like waking up like 5 6 a.m. to be going to work like 9 a.m. Like I probably could get up that same 5 or 6 a.m. and get so much other things that I need to get done within a certain time. So I'm really looking forward to that, to be able to be productive in other areas of my life with getting some of my time back in that way, if you see what I mean. But yeah, so I shared on here when I had started my new role. So now that I'm like moving on to something else, I thought that I should still, let you guys know what's happening. So yeah, my office is not too far away, so that's a plus. And the better plus is the fact that some days I'll be working from home. So I'm really looking forward to this. Yeah, and it's just gonna be so much fun, like sharing with you guys what it's like, what this new role is like. I've never done something like this before, so mind you, it's gonna be like a new learning opportunity for me, and to like share what it's like, because somebody else out there might want to try it, but a lot of people, I find that sometimes don't want to try things unless they've known someone who's tried it. But guess what? I'm okay. I'll try it and I'll let you know. If I like it, I'll tell you. If I don't like it, I'll tell you. So we're gonna be transparent on here with that. So I'm really looking forward to like share with you guys what it's like and everything, you know, the good days, the bad days, in between, everything like that. You know, I'm gonna be doing like my little home office setup and stuff like that. That's gonna be really fun. So I'm hoping to like vlog that for you guys, setting up my little office space. It's pretty much going to be a little corner in my living room, but hoping to get a really nice desk so that I can set up for that, and like a nice office chair, and you know, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm so excited. I don't know, but I guess it's normal, you're starting a new job, to be excited and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, I thought I'll start this vlog and let you guys know that this is what is happening. So by the time you see this, I would have actually started. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you in my next video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no